Good evening. You were looking at a screenshot from a video that came to my attention earlier today. This is from Nordig, Alberta, Canada. There's a whole video on this. I guess it was a trapper in the woods, probably going to go check his traps, I would assume, and he came across a strange looking campsite and realized he was being watched by a figure in the woods. Now, the video at first, you don't really see what's going on. You see a vague dark figure like I'm going to show you here. I don't have the video, but I've got screenshots of it for you, which is, once you see the video, you realize these are probably better anyway. He kind of sees this black blob off in the distance. Now, this is a zoomed in picture of it. And you see him kind of huffing and puffing and swinging around like he would normal camera work. Here's a little wider shot of what he saw. And he could see it. And, you know, with cameras, they always look farther away than they really are. And plus in the snow, I'm sure he heard it and saw it. He said he could see the breath coming off of it and everything else. And you can kind of see it move in the video, which is pretty cool. I don't know if it's real or not, but we're going to get into it a little bit here. I'd really like to see Bigfoot Tony or Thinker Thunker or somebody get a hold of these and really break down the whole video. I just don't have that kind of video editing technology, but I wanted to make you aware. The link is in the description to the original video. But as we start zooming in here, some little bit different shots, because he kind of swings back and forth on this thing with his camera. Kind of see what looks like long kind of dreadlock looking hair. And you see it kind of reposition a couple times in the film. And he's scared. At one point, he zooms in on this thing's face, and then he, like, takes off. So the thing that struck me is it didn't look like any off-the-shelf mask. It didn't look like a Chewbacca mask. It didn't look like anything I had ever seen. Here's a picture of the top of its head, more of like the dreadlock hair, and you can see pine needles and snow and all sorts of junk trapped in there, like if you lived out in the woods and you never cut your hair. This is pretty much what it would look like. Now you can kind of see a little bit of the face there. You can see teeth, you can see a nose, and it kind of has that not quite ape nose, but not quite human nose that people talk about. You kind of see where the eye sockets are kind of sunken in there, but you don't get a too clear a look, which is why I'd really love an expert or somebody better than me to really break down this stuff. But you can really see it zoomed in there. I think these are pretty good. I think this has a chance to be real. I could be wrong, but I don't know why anybody would venture way out in the middle of nowhere and fake this thing and huff and puff and do this just to fake a Bigfoot. And like I said before, I don't think there's as many hoax as people think there are. I think there's a lot more real footage that people dismiss as hoax. But I'm leaning towards this is real. One of the things that struck me about how this thing looks is it looks a lot like Brian Duke Sullivan describes as the Wendigo Bigfoot. We've talked about it on this channel, which is a lot like a patty Bigfoot, except they have pointy teeth and they like the frigid cold and they're purely carnivorous. And when I saw this picture that Brian Duke Sullivan's used, I think he actually had this drawn on his description. It struck me as a lot like this, the kind of pointy teeth, the kind of squished nose, the proportions of it looks just like it, other than being a different color, which you'd assume that there would be different colors. So anyway, that was kind of my 2 cents. Please go check out this video, and please, hopefully Bigfoot Tony or Thinker Thunker or somebody else with some better editing technology can download the video and light and enhanced it. But I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention, and let me know what you think. Stay safe in the woods, folks.